So today I just thought we'd take a look at these batteries, and these have one thing in common. These are all alkaline batteries. So whether they're Amazon Basic, Energizer, Thunderbolt, Duracell, we know that they all have one common problem, and that is it's not if, it's when. Especially if they're mixed up like these, we see corrosion from the alkaline batteries, and sometimes it's just a cheap item or a toy, right? And sometimes it's our high dollar stuff. So as we look here at this gun vault, let's pull this out. Yeah, well, yeah, I don't want to get demonetized, so yeah, I got my Milwaukee heat gun in here, which the heat gun itself is one of those items that the batteries can corrode in as well. I'm just going to take these thumb nuts off and get this battery housing out of my gun vault, just to show you this. This is the older gun vault, so it has a 9-volt type connector, but it actually came with this battery holder with 8 AA's, and this was corroded very badly a while back on me. And these are actually fresh cells, and these are not the corroded ones, but I had to clean them up for a while to get my gun vault back working. So I just wanted to try these AA Energizer Ultimate Lithiums, and I'll share a little bit at the end of the video why this might not be the best battery for the application, but for me, I'm going to try it. And as we see here, we're getting 14.12 volts, which is a little bit high for AA. So let's just stick it in there and see if this will be a problem. We know that 1.5 volt times 8 is 12 volts. So alkalines being fresh, say 1.6 volt, will be around 12.8 maybe. So we're getting more up to like 1.8 volt per battery. We'll look at that in a little bit, but I just got the default code here after replacing the battery, of course, but I'm just showing it open here. I'm not showing the code entry. It seemed like it worked okay, so I'm going to put the thumb nuts back on here and just install the battery and test it a little bit more. Stick my temperature gun in here. Opens right up. I'm probably also going to put lithium batteries in this temperature gun so it ain't corroded next time I go to use it. So just a thought, you know, Ultimate Lithium says 20 years. Can't hardly read it, but 100% leak proof. 1.5 volt lithium, which we're definitely a little higher than that, I believe. We'll look at that in a minute. We have extreme temperatures, so these are better in high temperatures and lower temperatures than even alkaline are. And the main thing to me here is the 100% leak proof. So if we look at gun vaults frequently asked questions of what type batteries should you use, they suggest alkaline batteries, and they say, you know, either Energizer or Duracell. They just going for name brand there to protect their product, but with the expiration date of 5 years in the future. I'll show a little video clip at the end of this video. I'll try to put it in where they actually say in the video, you know, not to use lithium, but just kind of wanted to share this because, you know, what's your thoughts on this? Have you used them? Do you think it's a good idea? So next up, I want to show another application where I think these batteries are helpful. So I bought a few packs of these just for certain applications. And this one here is some wire marking. I used to be in the industrial equipment upgrades, and these don't get used much anymore. But if you let the battery sit in them, of course, they're going to corrode, and the battery holder is going to get all corroded and sometimes ruined on you. So, you know, just a question here. The gun vault worked very well, so how well is this Braid wire marker going to do, for example? And with all 6 batteries installed, it's not even powering on. So if I just throw in some Amazon Basic AA's, is there anything wrong with my label maker? Nope, I just used it yesterday, so didn't think so. Print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Test print's good. Might go back and put those back in and just see, was it a bad connection or what's going on here. Definitely not powering on. Doesn't seem to be a connection issue. I just go across 2 points here. Yeah, that's probably it. 10.4 volts. So 10.4 at 6 batteries. Yeah, we're talking right at 1.7 something volts average probably. Tell you what, let me just try to see if I can I go across. I hadn't even looked to see the way this battery connector is laid out, but it's probably catty-cornered going diagonal here. And yep, we are powered up. We power back on. Yep, we show low battery, of course. We missing 2 cells with this little temporary test here, but with 4 cells we actually are powering up. So to me that means, you know, instead of going through like this diagonally powering it up with the 6, it looks like to me we're over voltage on this supply. Yep, even works with the low battery there with the lithium. I don't know how long it would do that, but a quick test. Now I do have a real old dummy battery I used to have for other applications in the past, but just old dummy cell here. So just throw in here with 5. Something tells me this is going to probably be about right. And yep, it's powered up, powered on, power off, full battery. It likes that. Print. Yep, we're printing. So are lithium good for all applications? Well, I mean, it would really give you a fit in the field trying to throw the batteries in this and get it working. It drove you crazy. But yeah, just a test and just showing here that, yeah, I found a device that they did not work that great in. Now, you know, you can put a dummy cell in there where you get by with 1 less battery. I don't know, what you think? 9 volts, 3.3 amp. We definitely were over the 9 volt, but it is strange that, say, 10.5 volts or so was overvolting that. But if we look at one battery here, yep, 1.802, and just look at the Amazon 1.599. So yeah, we're getting about 0.2 volts over per battery. And I've stuck them in this little cheaper Rhino labeler because I've also used this in the past. The Rhino Pro, a small display, but it does power on. It does light the 6 lithium. Let's do a test here. 1, 2, 3. Yep, it likes it. Not a problem for the old Rhino. So there you go. And yeah, just to show you, I do have all 6 in here. The dummy is not in this one. So just all 6 with a fresh Energizer Ultimate Lithium. So we do know that Energizer says the Ultimate Lithium batteries, you know, have peak performance, 20 years shelf life. They're saying here it's leak resistant construction, but the pack I just showed said leak proof 100%. And of course it tells us here that it performs in extreme temperatures, which is maybe beneficial to some applications. But we do know that the price of these is substantially higher here as we compare, just say Amazon Basic that I use a lot, to the Energizer Ultimate Lithium here. Both of these happen to be 8 packs, both of them AA, and we go from 0.69 or 69 cents each to 1.95. So, you know, we can possibly find the alkaline, let's say, for in between 50 cents to 75 cents a piece at times, and we're pushing $2 a piece on the Ultimate Lithium. But just wanted to get your thoughts on this, especially with something like a gun vault. I mean, it's possible it could last, you know, quite some time. I also did a video recently where I showed some rechargeable nickel metal hydride batteries, and I showed in that video of capacity testing. We know the voltage on these are on the other end of the spectrum of the Energizer Ultimate Lithium. Instead of 1.8 volts, we're going to be like 1.2 to 1.4 max, so a little bit lower. So some things won't have quite the output or the power output that it needs. So this won't be the best for some devices, of course, but nonetheless, this is another way to get rid of the dreaded and the evil alkaline corrosion, right, just on some devices. So if you're interested in that video where I did go over the nickel metal hydride batteries, I did go over the EBL, the inner loop. I even grabbed some of the Thunderbolts from Harbor Freight. I did a few little charts here about anything from the weight of the battery to what the rated capacity was and the percentage of the capacity that it actually tested at, if you're interested in that. But as far as other applications for these, This is what Gun Vault says about their Gun Vault, for example.
We recommend that you use a 9-volt Energizer or Duracell battery that is 100% alkaline, no lithium, non-rechargeable battery, and has an expiration date 5 years in the future.
And I'll show you here that it's been more than 5 days ago now, but I did contact them through the YouTube channel about, I was curious about why they so strongly recommend alkaline batteries and strongly discount using something like the lithium, but they have not got back with me at this time, and it's been about 14 days now and they still hadn't got back with me. But so it's just really just a conversation, right? Like what's your thoughts, what's your experiences with this? I mean, after I had my Gun Vault non-operational because alkalines have gotten there and corroded up my battery holder, I personally don't want to put alkaline batteries back in my Gun Vault. And I noticed them, this is actually the newer model Gun Vault that I showed the little clip here of, because mine is an older model with the AA battery holder. I found an old video on that one that tells you don't use 9-volt, don't use rechargeable, and do not use lithium. So, but no real explanation of why. So I've been using mine now for a little while with no issues, and I'm just hoping maybe I'll get up to 20 years out of this Gun Vault with no issues. I don't open it very often, just to test it every now and then. So every now and then to go to the range. So I mean, if lithium has a 20-year shelf life and it's just sitting there with trickle current off of it, keeping the microcontroller awake, I mean, I don't see any issue getting 15 to 20 years with those batteries in there, problem free and hopefully corrosion free, if they are 100% leak proof, that is. So yeah, just thought we'd share this today, just a topic here of using the ultimate lithium batteries. And even though they're expensive, there are applications that might seem well worth it, and it's to get rid of that dreaded corrosion. I have a keyless entry door, and I've had corrosion on that battery holder as well more than once, and now I have switched over to the lithiums on that, and that little bit of extra voltage on that has actually been very beneficial. You can actually hear the difference in the mechanism opening and shutting that lock. The lock mechanism moves much quicker and much more fluid, and I also might get more life out of them, as well as hopefully not corrosion that just not working one day. So well, I hope you found this video helpful. If nothing else, maybe interesting and maybe worthy of a comment. So if you do have any question or any thoughts on it, please comment down below. If you did find the video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. I'll have some links down in the video description for some of the batteries we talked about here today, and some other links that I find helpful on my workbench. If you find them helpful, any of them that you do click on does support my channel, because they're affiliate links, and I do greatly appreciate it. So thanks so much for watching, and God bless.